get a whole lot better results. I mean, huge, huge. The raw vegan diet compared to a starch solution is a joke. You can't heal at the same level with a starch solution. Sure, you're going to prevent some degenerative diseases from happening, and you will also reduce your chances. But you also reduce your chances of those diseases, but that's it. It doesn't do anything to all those other problems we have, and it's just a drop in the bucket compared to all the rest of the problems. The starch solution is a good transition to get you to at least stop eating the animals, but you got to stop cooking the food. The raw tel-4 is a good transition to get you going, but it's not a standard to aim at. If you want the best, you got to stop cooking your food. There's 5 main mistakes we're making, and the less of those, the better. And good luck, my friends. Good luck, I'm telling you, especially with the cooking. As Plato said, whatever deceives man seems to produce a magical enchantment. That's what the cooking does. It creates this false hunger that we feel down here. It's a morbid sensation. It's a withdrawal symptom, just like the chemicals they use to put in tobacco. They put like 3,000 chemicals into a cigarette, so as soon as you quit smoking one, within a minute or two, you have a withdrawal symptom, a craving to light up another. Same thing with cooked food. It's not quite that instantaneous, but we get this all gone feeling down here. It's a false hunger. You're under a hunger spell. That's what the cooking does to us. We have to accept this flaw in our behavior and do our best to correct it, and I think the best solution is to have a minimal biophoton level, and I'm not sure what that has to be. And of course, it's going to have to be optimal for our so-called leaders and criminals who don't know how to behave, so we got to help, protect society the best we can by making sure they're as connected as possible. No guarantee that's enough. Might have to keep locking them up like we do now. But that's all down the road. We don't know for sure how that's going to go. This is an exciting time to live right now, my friends. Never before is there a time for us to help people feel pain that they inflict. And there's only one way to do it. Get them to eat raw food. More raw food. Because that's so hard, I added a preliminary step to eating raw food, and that's the juice fast, the solid food vacation, where what we get to do is see results about 10 times faster, and we're not hungry. Energy level skyrockets for most of us. Every now and then it dips down. Cleansing reactions vary depending upon where you are. I came into this as an athlete, and I didn't have any cleansing reactions to speak of except one day for a few seconds. I had it twice, 5 minutes apart. That's when I released about 80 diverticuli that were those herniated blowouts on the side of my colon wall. It was mind-boggling. That's the only time I felt any type of cleansing reaction. Felt a little nauseous as they came out. All of a sudden, boom, came out. Boom, a bunch of them. Otherwise, if you're pretty healthy going into this and you have accumulated a bunch of stuff, you really shouldn't be having cleansing reactions if you're supporting those organs of elimination properly. So this gets out of whack also because we're eating the wrong food. So that in conjunction with, so when you clean that out and you bump up your biophotons, you flush out that cesspool in your colon, your lymph system cleans itself out, and now the cells and all the tissues are emptying out their waste matter, and there's no more high blood sugar because now the cells are clean and can receive the sugar, provided your hormonal systems are working and you're producing all the enzymes you need. So this is how it can get complicated. If there's any damage, if certain organs aren't working, then we need to make sure we give the body what it would be given it if those organs were working. So there's a time and a place to not only correct those 5 main mistakes and satisfy all those other essential needs, but we also have to realize that we might be damaged. Society's damaged. We got to do a lot of work down there. We've talked about doing away with the money supply system, taking back our money supply so that it's no more based on usury. Then we talked about how the environment in our body, our anatomy, has been damaged. And now we've got this other group of needs. So if we're damaged, you've got to play a really active role in figuring out what to do. It's not so much what you got as what you've been doing. Then compare that to what you got. Because when you look more at what you do, you go, okay, I haven't been doing anything right in this area, so it only makes sense I'd have some sort of warning sign, and that's what the disease process is. It's nothing but part of our feedback system. So whenever we don't like what we got to take a close look at what we do and take a close look at what we believe And there's a good chance what you're going to find, if you can look at this honestly, is that you believe what everyone else believes, and that's why we're still in hell. Because we don't realize we're making the biggest mistake of all. That's the fall of mankind. That's the one mistake very few people can acknowledge and accept. It's devastating and frightening to think, oh my God, that means no more this, and no more this, and no more this, and no more this. Oh God Almighty, I don't want to entertain that idea. But life is an illusion. Most people have no idea how this world could be if we stopped making the fall of mankind in the present day. We're keeping it alive. We're keeping this mistake alive, and we're passing it down from one generation to the next. So it's time to put an end to this madness. It's time to get excited if you haven't done this yet. And I guarantee you, my friends, when you do, you're in for a treat.